Hi everyone, it's me, Whimsy. How are you all? I hope well and taking good care of yourselves. I also want to give a shout out and a thank you to everybody who's been watching the commercials and who has made a super chat donation. We've donated quite a bit of money to charity already. I think about $6,000-7,000 from this channel, so I'm very proud of that. This month we gave to the Tree Sisters to plant trees. We raised $250 for tree planting. Give yourselves a round of applause. We also gave $100 to the ACLU. The Southern Poverty Law Center also got $100. And the Communal Kitchen got $100. So every little bit counts. If you do make a donation through Super Chat, just let me know if it is a charity donation. If it's not a charity donation, then it'll go into my savings to buy property or love fund, or it'll go to some other purpose. So just make sure when you do give a Super Chat, if you want the money to go to charity, just tell me which charity. But thank you to everyone who's been watching the commercials. I know it's a pain, and for the Super Chats, because every little dollar we raise makes a difference. And so I have gratitude to everyone who's been participating in that. All right, so today I decided to have a little fun with the herbs. For those of you just tuning in, my name is Dr. Whimsy. I call myself the Oracle, which is tongue-in-cheek. But I also, in addition to doing tarot readings, working as a remote viewer, I'm also a licensed naturopathic doctor here in Los Angeles. And I'm available for telemedicine if you want general wellness coaching. But anyway, today I decided to just focus on some of the herbs to heal the heart. The issues of heart health come up a lot in my private practice, and that's because I tend to work with people who are over the age of 40. And it's really in the second half of our life that we start to see ourselves aging more rapidly. Aging is a process that begins to accelerate the older we become. There's a huge leap in terms of aging between the ages of, say, 65 and 75 that you wouldn't see between, say, the ages of 25 and 35. And so for that reason, the longevity herbs, what the Chinese call the longevity herbs, become a lot more important. So I'm going to start with some of the longevity herbs. This is the first one. It's called Gandoderma. It's also reishi mushroom. The reason why I wanted to include this in the heart health video is because Gandoderma does seem to lower LDL, bad cholesterol. It's also called the herb of the immortals because it's pretty much always used in any kind of herbal formula that has to do with longevity. So that is certainly, I grind it up and I put it in the teas. When people say I'd like it, people will come, they'll get a tarot reading or a phone reading, and then they'll say, please make me an intuitive tea. And then based on my intuition, I will make a tea. I have about 150 herbs that I use when I make intuitive teas, but I can tell you for the longevity teas, almost always I will put in reishi for that reason. Ginkgo biloba has gotten a lot of attention. It's also a Chinese herb. It's known to be a blood thinner, and because it thins the blood, it's thought theoretically to help with thick blood. We also don't want to be using it a couple weeks prior to a surgery because it has been associated with increased bleeding. But for people who suffer from thick blood and poor blood flow to the brain, we have found some beneficial effects with ginkgo biloba. For aging, if you're not on a blood thinner and you're concerned about brain health and heart health, because there is a relationship, and you want to increase blood flow, oxygen to the heart and the brain, you would want to start with something like a ginkgo biloba. Now, there are what we call heart tonics, and those are pretty popular as well. Starting with the first, which is hawthorn. Pretty much anytime you go and you get a heart tonic from any health food store, you'll see hawthorn berries included. They're really pretty berries. Sometimes I will put them in a tea whole, but I think it's more beneficial when they're ground up. And so this is one of the things that I will grind up and put into a heart tea. This is one of the the Chinese/American herbals that you'll see both in traditional Chinese medicine but also in the American medicine is the linden flower. It's a beautiful flower. I really like the smell of this tea, and I will definitely put linden flower if somebody has high cholesterol, hypertension, or is concerned about coronary artery disease. I will always put a little linden in there. This is one of my favorite herbs, and it's often used as well for not just heart health, but also for stress. What I love about motherwort is it seems to have a calming effect, similar to holy basil. And I will sometimes add holy basil with the motherwort when I'm dealing with stress, anxiety, heart disease in a patient, but also a patient that has trauma from the past. So I like to mix the motherwort with the holy basil. And it has a beautiful smell as well. Here is something I really definitely want to talk to people about who, again, are concerned about thick blood, coronary artery disease, and that is drinking willow bark tea or any tea that contains some willow bark. Again, it's contraindicated if you are on a blood thinner or anything that's inhibiting platelet aggregation, like a Plavix, for example, because willow bark contains salicin, salicylic acid, aspirin, and so like taking a baby aspirin, if you're drinking willow bark tea or any of the herbal teas in high concentration that inhibit clotting, you're going to be getting a blood thinning effect. And so for that reason, we will put willow bark in the tea, particularly teas at night, because people are at increased risk for coronary artery disease, MIs, heart attacks, at night. And one of the reasons why we think is because the heart is beating at a very slow rate. And so if you do have thick blood, you're more inclined to see a clot or some kind of occlusion become a bigger problem at night. This is one of the reasons why we will see heart attack risk increase after, say, 1 a.m. So again, willow bark is put in as a blood thinner, and it's nice as a night to be added to a night tea. For example, if somebody had thick blood, was concerned about coronary artery disease, but also had stress and insomnia, I might put in holy basil and some of the nervines or calming herbs, along with some of the herbs that help with sleep. This is a fun one. This is the red clover, and again, it falls into the category of blood thinner. It's contraindicated if you're on Coumadin, for example, warfarin. And again, that's because it's coumarin. It does have the thinning blood properties. It also has some beneficial properties for women, and it's often put into teas to help support women, particularly women who as we get older and start to have irregular menstrual cycles. It's given post-pregnancy, also for postpartum depression. Just really nice for balancing women's hormones in addition to being a blood thinner. Hibiscus flower has a sour taste, and a lot of the time when I put hibiscus in an herbal formula, I might add a little bit of stevia leaf, just in case the person doesn't like that sour taste. But hibiscus flower is also one of those herbs that we think about as being tonifying for the heart. And finally, one of my favorite things, if you're trying to open up your heart to love and trying to send good energy to the to the heart, no tea would be complete without rose petals. I think of rose petals as unbelievably romantic. Also, there's been some studies on rose being tonifying for the liver and just helping with blood flow. And so for that reason, when we're doing heart remedies, we will often add just a little bit of rose petal. All right, so there you have it. Those are some of the herbs I use when I make intuitive teas for the clients. If you'd like to find out more about getting an intuitive tea, I think it costs $20 plus shipping and handling, tax, etc. And we send you a nice bag of the teas after you get your reading. So if you are getting a reading with me, just make sure to request the tea and we will ship it out. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Bye. Cheers.